My company matches my 401k up to a certain percentage, so if I don't take the match, aren't I leaving money on the table? That's the question we're about to answer. So this is Shannon Carpenter. I've got Scott Genad in the office today, and Scott is going to be talking to us about some 401k stuff. So first of all, Scott, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Definitely appreciate you. Been in retirement planning, financial services for over 15 years. Started my career with a company for the Broward County School Districts with teachers, educating them on how to grow their money while they're still working, and then transitioned for a decade into post-retirement services for wealthy retirees in their 60s, 70s, and 80s, and showed them different strategies for estate planning, tax mitigation, and proper planning for retirement.
Nice, awesome. All right, and then what do you do here at FFL?
So at FFL, I am the infinite banking specialist for agents and clients to show them how to basically become their own bank, utilizing a specific alternative means of planning.
Gotcha. So an FFL has roughly what, 30,000 agents? Is that pretty close?
Probably about 30,000 agents. Yeah, maybe not all of them are working, but I'll tell you what, it's a lot out there
Yeah,
for an
even
organization
if
that's
half of them are part-time, let's say, maybe doing
yeah,
this as a side hustle or something,
yeah,
still making a decent living, then that's still, roughly 10, 15,000 people that you get to train. So glad to have
that's
you.
right.
The main question I have is I have people all the time that say, well, I've got a 401k and my company matches 50% or, whatever it
Hmm.
might be. And I've always been told that if the company matches, that's just money you're leaving on the table. And I've always told them to go ahead and keep doing that. Do you agree with that or no?
Yeah. I mean, I have different views on that depending upon what somebody is doing with their finances or the household. Now, I'm not an accountant or CPA. That's my dad. I don't hold that title, but can't give tax advice. But in my personal opinion, um, I just feel that 401ks today, like the father of 401k, Ted Bennett, came out and said that he got it wrong. Yeah, 401k wasn't meant for retirement. It was really meant for a substitute for retirement with other assets you have, like a pension, Social Security, and maybe some passive income from either rental properties or whatever it is. So when you contribute to a 401k, have to understand that you give up your right, and now the government shackles on you because anytime you put money into a 401k and you need money out for an emergency, well, guess what? Now you're going to pay a 10% penalty prior to age 59 and a half and ordinary income tax. So, congratulations, you locked yourself till age 60. And then anytime you contribute your money into the 401k every 2 weeks, you don't even control it anymore. Wall Street gets to play with your money. You might be able to diversify it with the funds that the company selects for you, but that doesn't mean you control the asset because Wall Street gets to play with it now and the government locks you in. So, congratulations, you just locked your money up. And now you get to ride the roller coaster of the ups and the downs and the swings. And even though we have companies out there and they say here's 3%, 5%, we'll match. Understand, if you go back in history in 1980s or so when it was established, that was really considered the bait that everybody took. They took the bait because
Right.
that's the only way that corporations can now write the whole thing off with 1,000 employees for $1 million write-off. That's what they did. They baited you. So we think it's free money, and even though it is considered like free money, when the markets are down like they are today, 25, 30%, and like they were in 01, 08 during COVID, guess what? Your free money is basically lost money. Even though the corporations get the write-off, you get the hits. And if you have an emergency like COVID and need money to live or to get you by, guess what? You're paying 10% penalty and taxes. So congratulations. See, me, I'd rather take the money and pay the taxes on the seeds instead of the harvest later on.
Sure.
Because even if I get to contribute the maximum allowable to a 401k or a qualified plan, and I get to write that off my tax return, that's fine. But you do it because you don't want to pay taxes today. And in essence, in 30, 40 years from now, when you become 60 something years old and you retire, what do you think you're going to have to pay for the rest of your life now? Taxes. And are taxes going up or are they going down? So congratulations, you deferred your taxes to pay more taxes in retirement. And for the last 20, 30, 40 years, you didn't even get to utilize your money for anything.
Yeah.
So I'd rather take the losses now, pay the taxes, put it into an asset or an entity that I own and I control, and I have access to borrow money from it tax-free to do whatever I want. And the money compounds today and to the day I die and never goes down with any volatility or market recessions.
Yeah.
So you tell me what you'd rather have. Debt-free, stress-free today, or would you rather have $1 million portfolio later on and pay taxes for the rest of your life, which the government is going to get half of it anyway? So that's another conversation for later on how that gets broken down.
If you don't lose most of it before then anyway. And then how does inflation play into this? Because I mean, it went from like 9.1 to I think it's at 7.6 now. So with inflation up so much and with the market down so much, even if my employer is contributing, I'm still losing money, right?
Oh yeah, because the cost of goods, gas is up, food is up. When you go out, entertainment's up. People can't spend. So now, see, before you had to opt in to a 401k. Now it's just automatic. You got to opt out. See, what's happening, what people don't understand is a lot of people are starting to retire, meaning they're not contributing into society for 401k. And the average person today is now working for an employer as a W-2. They're 1099s and they're doing other things and they're working from home. So no one's contributing anymore. So now it's just automatic. You got to opt out, not opting in. So when the cost of goods go up, inflation goes up, and recessions happen, you keep contributing the same amount of money. Well, you're losing money. So, I mean, you choose where you want to put your money. I don't want to lose money and I want to gain money. And I'd rather have what they call uninterrupted compounding interest on a very consistent rate of return, or what we call dividend, based upon a performance of an actual mutually owned insurance company, which we can have another segment on that as well.
Gotcha. All right, perfect. Yeah, I talked to a friend this morning. He said that at his company, when he started, he said that in the orientation, they told them, yes, we have a 401k and the company matches. And she said that you have to opt out of it. It's kind of an automatic thing. But he said that off the record, she told the class, don't do the company 401k. And I'm like, this is the HR person telling you don't do this.
Yeah. Yeah, off the record.
Off the record, right.
Find another asset to put your money.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, that's typically what happens. I mean, it's just the way of the world today, and we don't get a lot of the education that we need. We just follow what society, or I don't mean to pick on Dave Ramsey or Susie Orman, but they more or less put a lot of people in scarcity mode, the fear mode of pinching the pennies and paying off the debts, and then living very seldom on your income, and putting money into mutual funds. Well, the mutual funds today are going down.
So mutual funds lose value?
Oh yeah, anything will lose value if it's in the market. It's a volatile. It's a variable asset.
Exactly.
You want to find money that goes into an account that you can't lose. You have access to the money tax free, and the same time grows, exponentially over time. That's what you want. That's what you're looking for, and that's what Shannon and myself can offer and train and educate. Whether it's an agent or whether it's a client or prospect, and understanding how money works and how money flows and where to put it.
Makes sense to me, man. Well, thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Definitely. I appreciate you and everyone else. If they want to learn, you can always reach out to Shannon or myself, and he'll plug in some information, and we'd be happy to help and educate and train and, get you on the right path.
Cool.
Yeah.